Hi, I'm Daliah. I'm one of the Reiki Masters here at Orion Healing Centre, and this is going to be an instructional video on how to do chakra balancing. We're going to start in the same way that we start with a normal Reiki treatment, by saying the prayer of permission and welcoming the energy in, and then we're going to open the body, which we do like this, and we're like ceremoniously opening the body so that we can enter into the session. We've of course asked permission from the client to enter the energy space, and this we do normally in the beginning of every Reiki session. I start the chakra balancing by placing 2 hands over the stomach, and I'm balancing the energetic center of the 3rd chakra, solar plexus. So this involves giving Reiki, but also feeling the condition of balance in each palm. So this would mean the same amount of tingling, or the same amount of pulsing, or the same amount of this repelling magnets feeling that you feel when your hands are together. We want to feel the same in each hand. And when we have the feeling of sameness, we can move on. Sometimes you might have the feeling of swirling movements happening, either with 2 hands or with 1 hand. If we feel dense energy, we can actually move the energy down the body. So either dragging it through the hands or moving it through the feet. Then we come to the crown chakra, and we have our hands over the crown. And here we're giving energy, and at the same time we're balancing both hemispheres of the brain, so the left and right. And we're also clearing any obstructions that are at the level of the crown chakra or 7th chakra. Again, if you feel any dense energy or things that you need to move out, then you can move them out using sweeping movements of the hands. And of course, if you're initiated to Reiki 2, any symbols that come to you, you can perform them now. So you might get Seihi Ki, which this is the mental emotional symbol. And throughout the chakra balancing, you use symbols as they come to you. And then we move again to the side of the body, and you're going to balance all the chakras to the crown chakra. So 7th and 6th. And again, you're looking for the feeling of balance. So what is balance? Balance is the feeling of sameness. So same amount of tingling in one hand or the other. Same amount of magnetic resonance or repelling in one hand or the other. You could also have 2 different feelings, but that they feel the same. So either like flour and sugar, they look different, but they have the same balance if you put them on the scale at a certain weight. So even though the sensation might be different, they still feel the same. And if they feel the same, you move on. 7th and 5th. If the feelings or sensations don't feel the same in either palm, then you would work on the 5th chakra. And then as you're doing in a normal Reiki session, you're working on the 5th chakra. If there's something you need to remove, you sweep it out of the body. If there are any symbols you need to give, you give them now. And otherwise you're just channeling universal life force energy. You check. And if it feels the same, you move on. So 4th chakra, balancing to the 7th. If it feels the same, you move on. And if it feels different, if the energy feels different in each place, you come and you work on the 4th. And you stay as long as you need to, as you would in a normal Reiki session. You can give a symbol, or just be channeling energy as you normally do. Check again, and then move on. 7th and 3rd. You're always checking into the palms of the hands to feel for the sameness. And if it feels same, you move on. 7th and 2nd. If you have to work on the 2nd, the hand comes off the 7th and you work on the 2nd chakra, and then you check again. Does this feel balanced? And if it does, you move on. So 7th and 1st. And if it feels balanced, then you work up the chakras, just checking each one until you get to the 7th. Then you move down to the feet and you open the chakras on the feet. You go to the side and you remove any energy that may be stuck or stagnant in the body. And you can do that on each side of the body. And then you come again to the main part of the body and you do the second part of the technique. So you're going to balance between the composite chakras. So 7th and 1st chakra, and you're balancing. You're seeing if you can feel the same sensation in one hand as the other, in one chakra as the other. And if something doesn't feel the same, you're going to choose intuitively which chakra to work on. So if I'm on 7th and 1st, and I tune in to what my intuition is saying, and I might have the feeling to go to the 7th, and then again work on the 7th. Come back, check, and if it feels the same, then you would do the 6th and the 2nd. And then checking for sameness. If the chakras feel balanced, you move on. 3rd and 5th. And lastly, you come to the 4th chakra, the heart chakra. Here, if you have the Shak symbol, which is the symbol to open the heart, you could use the Shak symbol. And then you create an arc of harmony between the heart chakra and the 3rd chakra, which is the intuition. And I imagine this like dolphins that are flying or swimming into the water and then fly up and come into the water, and they're diving again from the heart to the intuition, and they're creating this like arc of harmony. And you want the heart to be in harmony and balance with the 3rd chakra, with the 3rd eye. So we're aiming for the heart chakra to be in balance with the 3rd eye. And you're feeling that balance in both of your palms. And then you want to see if there's anything in the torso that needs to be removed or smoothed out. So you just work a little bit on the torso. And I like to go between the shoulders and the hips on both sides. And this is actually a place in the body where there's a lot of transverse fascia, and you're working somehow on this connective tissue and all the obstructions that we can feel in the connective tissue that hold a lot of emotion. And then you come back. Make sure that nothing has come up in terms of the energy at the crown chakra. Work on the shoulders. And then come back to the torso, and you're going to do a figure 8, which is the infinity sign 8 times over the torso. you're going to place the hands together, closing. Prayer of gratitude. Close the body. Smooth the aura from crown to hara. Once, twice, and the third time. And then place your hands together and you can make the energy break and finish. This is how you perform chakra balancing for Reiki Level 2. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste.